You know the one who never blinks through chaos. Take the truth off late night cable. We grew up on static and midnight shows. MTV raised us, you already know. Latchkey hearts and wild-eyed dreams, feral minds tearing at the seams. You say it's too much to unpack, but I see your weight and I've got your back. Talk to me, I'm that Gen X friend. No judgment here, just truth and a Walkman blend. We screamed at the world, no one replied, but we danced through it all, yeah, we survived.
Good morning. Welcome back to that Gen X Friend podcast. And as usual, before I begin, I want to give a shout out to MB Radio. Thank you for providing this platform for a growing number of voices who want to share. Thank you. So Happy New Year. Since I made my last episode before Christmas, yes, and then it aired after Christmas, so this is kind of in between. So Happy New Year. I hope everybody had fun and you are now well recovered from your hangover if you had one. I didn't have a hangover. I didn't because I don't stay up to do that stuff anymore. I am very happy not having to do that or not feeling the need to do that. But, to each their own. I just prefer sleeping. Does that make me more Gen X now? Does it? Or yeah, let's not go into that. So today, since it is the new year, and each year at the New Year's Day, right? Everybody says, I have new plans and I'm gonna go back to the gym. I'm gonna do this and that. They make New Year's resolutions. And the joke is that January, the gym is always very, very full in January, and then it becomes like a ghost town in February. That's just one example. Of course, the changes people want to make are all kinds of, all kinds. It doesn't have to be the gym. It can be whatever that you decided, or I decided I want to change. But it's quite often, like the joke goes, we're really, really into it and we're really motivated. We can't wait to get started. But as time goes on, that motivation sort of wanes. You're like, oh, it's kind of cold. Let's just use the gym, right? It's kind of cold outside. I don't want to go to the gym. Like, I'll just skip one day. It's okay. I'll go back. I'll work twice as hard the next day. But one day becomes 2, becomes 3, becomes 4. And that's why, it's a ghost town at the gym in February. It's not uncommon, So, but the sad thing about it is when we fail to follow through with the changes that we were so motivated to enact, right? And to do, we sort of just let it go until the next calendar year. Like the next New Year's Eve, you're like, oh, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do it again. And it seems like that one day, the only one day of the year, that's the day that dictates our motivation, our forward momentum to make a change, right? And so this year, it's done. I don't know. I can't do it. I stopped going to the gym, whatever. I'll just wait till next year to change, right? Because sort of life gets in the way. We become busy. We're just like, oh God. And so we wait each year after year, for that one day to give us the motivation, because, that's when the new year is, when we want to make a change for the better, for a better future, for a better tomorrow, however you want to look at it. That seems the most opportune time to do so, right? Everybody wants to do it. To be motivated by other people who also want to make change is great, right? But it's hard to sustain when we are left to our own devices to follow through. Everybody's doing their own thing now. There's no, like, everybody is online saying, I'm doing this, let's all do it together. There's no more. After January goes, it literally just sort of disappears into the background, or completely there's where to go. So as my title for today's podcast is, pick a day, any day. See, I can't do the Clint Eastwood voice. Obviously, I am not an impersonator, and I wouldn't do him justice anyways if I could. But just imagine it. I want you guys to say the title in his voice. Like, I think it was I don't remember the movie because I'm really bad at remembering things. He was like, he was pointing a weapon at somebody and he called him punk. Like, that's the scene I remember, his voice. And so I recommend when you read the title, you use that scene as if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's one of the most famous scenes that I still see memes about it. But any Clint Eastwood movie with his, that sort of accent, for military people, Harbor Ridge, right? Gunny Highway. What's up? Use that voice, right? Pick a day, any day. So when I made this title in a little bit of a snarky way, to try to insert some humor. I don't know, is it working? So that's why I picked it, because quite often we end the old year, it's gone by, and we start our new years with so much hope and motivation and determination to do what we want to do. This year is going to be it. I'm going to start eating right, going to the gym, reading more, being a better person, or going to church more, or whatever. Like I said, it could be an infinite amount of different things that we want to change. And we are so gung-ho about it. And then it just fades. And then we just well, it's too late to change now. It's already done. I haven't gone to the gym in like over a month or 2 months or whatever, or I haven't gone to church yet, and I still I'm not nice, and I'm not eating right, whatever. And we just kind of shrug our shoulders, like, well, let's just wait till next year to make that. Not that we maybe consciously say it. Oh, we'll just wait till next year. Right? It's too crazy right now. This year is too crazy. And we sort of just, I guess, release ourselves from the responsibility of following through with our own wish for change, own determination, own willingness. And it's like, whatever. But do we need to do that? Why do we have to wait for a calendar day? Why does it have to be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? We say we have to make a change. This is a new year. Do we have to do that? No, not really, but it's easier, right? It is totally easier to say, "Oh yeah, no, this year is already it's scrapped. Look it, I didn't do it. I'll just wait." And that one calendar day becomes the excuse, the once in a year thing that we make up in our minds that gives us motivation, momentum, when it doesn't. We don't have to wait for a new year. We don't have to wait for any time. It shouldn't be, our motivation to change shouldn't be dictated by the calendar in any way. Just now going back to the title, pick a day, any day. Obviously, I didn't do it, and not even in the slightest bit in Clint Eastwood's demeanor, but I think you get the point. Pick a day, any day. Every day is a new day. Heck, every hour is a new hour. Why not? Don't Yeah, don't. This perhaps will be a very short podcast. Who knows? Because pick a day, any day. Pick a time, anytime, and do what you want to do. Even if you fell off the wagon, let's say, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, life has been tough. And no kidding, life is tough. And I understand. It's really easy to let life take over, the craziness of life take over, the chaos, and it just consumes, right? Consumes all your time, all your energy, and it's legit. It's a legit excuse. If you let it momentarily stop you, because sometimes going to the gym or doing whatever is not the number one priority, right? So that momentary lapse because life happened, yeah, it's understandable. But as long as you pick back up, pick a day, pick a time, any time to start back up, then we're all good. There's no failure. There's no failure. There's no like, oh, just it's over. There's no point out. There's always a point. Every day is a new day. Every chance you give yourself is just as good as the chance you gave yourself on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or whatever you said when the New Year's came around. Your new year can start tomorrow at noon or July 7th at I don't know, 1400. Who knows? If that's what needs to happen, then that's what needs to happen. So it's pretty, of course, most things are easier said than done. And to change, this is one of the psychology stuff, sociology stuff, right? Social behaviors. To make a change, to sustain a change, I believe it has to be a continued effort for, I want to say 21 days, but I think it's 28. I'm not sure. You might want to check that out. But nonetheless, the point is it has to be sustained. It has to be a part of your routine, your life, however you want to integrate the change into your daily life, whatever it may be. It has to be consciously integrated into it. And every day, it takes effort to sustain that. And it takes a prolonged period, a sustained period for you to actually comfortably integrate it into your routine. Because for some things, like, let's just use the gym because it's so, everybody knows that example. To say, okay, you're going to the gym. And at first you're like, I'm going to go in the morning before work. Sure, sounds great. But then you're like, oh my God, I got to get up like at like 4, maybe 3, since I am a non-sleeper. That's not as hard for me, even though I am very, very tired. Sometimes, like today, I was awake by 3, or actually 2 something. Anyways, so it might not be as hard for me. I still didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't. I still stayed in bed until like 4. But it might not be as hard for me. But depending on how far you are from the gym, what type of workout, you got to calculate all of that in, right? Like, so you try it once. You're like, oh my God, I get no sleep trying to go to the gym in the morning, right? First day, you're like, that doesn't work. You don't quit because right now you're still under that momentum of, yes, I'm so motivated. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to try a different time. So you try different times, right? But nonetheless, you are sustaining this change of going to the gym. You're actively still going. And you got to play with it. So part of the time that's required is to sustain that behavior. And part of it is to play with it so it can be sustained in the long run. Like it has longevity, right? Because if you're like, oh, I don't like going in the morning, but I'll suck it up. I'll go. I'll get up at 2:00 in the morning if I have to. Well, how long are you going to do that? What if you're not a morning person? What if you just wanted to sleep? What if you're just a sleep person like everybody? But if the change becomes misery and miserable and you're just suffering through it, it's not going to happen. So to comfortably integrate whatever change that you want to enact, it has to fit into your life. So the time is for adjustment and it's also for integration. So you make it consciously a part of your day or whatever you're trying to do into your schedule so you can keep going, right? But it's rough out there. And so some people are like, oh my gosh, something happens and 1 day skipped, 2 days skipped. What if you got sick, right? And the realness of life has a way of decreasing or just completely shutting down our momentum to keep going. And then we get discouraged. We're like, oh my God, another year is gone. It's gone. It's wasted. It's only January 20th. Let's just put that. It's only January 20th. Don't quit, right? Start back up. Every time you consciously make an effort, that's a win. That's a way to show yourself that this year will be different. Yeah. Of course, most of us don't anticipate that when we plan these grand plans for change, we of course we don't want to think about the pitfalls, right? What if I got sick? What if somebody else got sick? What this and that, and we let these normal speed bumps, road bumps, whatever, or where I live, potholes. We let these normal potholes, which is the traffic cone here is a state flower, by the way, and the sinkholes or potholes keep us, I don't know, alert. Anyways, but sometimes you hit a pothole and you just let it stop. You just stop going. So we don't plan for these potholes, even though we know they're out there. And when we hit one, you're like, oh, that's it. Well, we don't have to. We don't have to do that. Just know that we're probably going to fall on our faces. Well, if you walked in a pothole, seeing that it was there, just don't be on your phone looking down, and you will be able to avoid the potholes. But yeah, get back up. It might take you a little bit, but get back up. It won't stop you. If you really want to make a change, we will. If we really want to make a change, we will encounter barriers and challenges and potholes and whatever gets in our way. But the whole point is to get back up and start again. Say it's been a while. Like, yeah, I need to pick up. I need to start again. Okay, start again. Pick a day, any day. Pick a time, anytime. We are in control of when we start or restart the change that we want to make. It's not controlled by the calendar. Not everybody's celebrating. It's a new year. We're so excited. We're not controlled by that. At least we shouldn't be. Don't let that one day dictate when you can change, when you can pick back up because you fell over from the change or something happened that prevented you from doing whatever you wanted to do. Just start back up. No big deal. And don't pay attention to other people, because we all know people that like to sabotage, right? Or misery loves company. Because they fail, they want you to fail too. They're like, what's the point, dude? Like, you haven't gone. Like, what are you gonna do? Start back up? Yes, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start back up. And really, you're just fooling yourself. That's when you know you gotta just keep it to yourself. Do what you do quietly, and people will see the change. They have no right to contribute their sabotaging opinion about what you want to do anyways. Sure, there's some people you have to suffer through it and just look at them and smile and thank you for contributing your opinion, however you want to say it, and go about doing what you want to do anyways. After all, it is your life, it is your time, it is your day, any day. So yeah, happy New Year. And if you have a New Year's resolution or hope for change, start. And if you somehow get derailed, pick a day, any day, to start again. Just keep going. Just keep going. And give yourself time to adjust. Don't, as with anything in life, there's always when you begin anything, there's a learning period. There's an adjustment period. There's a period which we need to give ourselves to get through this first period of change, right? And so we can sustain it in the long run. Just because you didn't see it, I think it was, there's so many cartoons that make fun of this. There's a Family Guy, like, I think he goes on a diet. The dad goes on a diet, and the next day he's still fat. And he's like, I quit. We need to give ourselves time, like realistic time, to see that, to establish this routine, to see how it fits, to make adjustments, and then sustain it to see the change. To quit within the first couple of days or first few weeks, maybe in the first few months, that's a sure way for failure, because we didn't give ourselves the proper time to make it happen. So yeah, we're gonna trip, we're gonna fall, and we're going to hit those potholes. Man, there's a lot of potholes. So many potholes here. But don't worry. Everybody else is feeling the same way. Just keep going. Keep going. Pick a day, any day, to start your change, to restart your routine. And it's okay. And it's okay. So, yeah, this is shorter, huh? That's okay. That's okay too. But I wanted to let you guys know I think about you guys all the time, and I pray for you guys all the time. And until 2 weeks from now, I will talk to you guys later.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness, one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.